What if I told you that one of Pixar's most unlikely hits, a movie about talking cars, went on to spark a billion-dollar franchise, change toy aisles forever, and still rules after nearly 2 decades? Welcome back to Rewatch Club, the channel where we fuel up on nostalgia and take a ride back through the movies and shows that defined our childhood. And today, we're diving deep into the surprising success story of Pixar's Cars franchise. Let's hit the gas. Number 1, the last movie of Pixar's founding era. When Cars hit theaters in 2006, it wasn't just another Pixar film.
More next-generation rookies in the field.
With 6 veterans fired to clear the way.
Morning, champ.
It was the last movie directed by John Lasseter, one of Pixar's founding creative voices. This gave Cars a symbolic weight. It wasn't just Lightning McQueen's story.
Then you know who I am. I'm Lightning McQueen.
Lightning McQueen!
Yes, yes!
I must...
It was Pixar closing out its golden first act. Fans didn't know it at the time, but it marked the end of an era. That nostalgic glow is a big reason people still revisit it today. Number 2, inspired by a midlife crisis. Believe it or not, Cars was born out of Lasseter's own midlife crisis. After years of non-stop work,
that we never even have come close to. All of our films have been pretty much set in contemporary time.
he took his family on a road trip across America's iconic Route 66. He fell in love with the small towns, the diners, the neon lights.
Hi there!
And realized he wanted to tell a story about slowing down, appreciating life, and finding meaning in unlikely places. That's why Radiator Springs feels so real. It's not just a backdrop, it's a love letter to Americana. Number 3. The music saved the movie. The soundtrack of Cars is unforgettable. From Rascal Flatts' cover of Life is a highway to the emotional Our Town by James Taylor.
Long ago, but not so very long ago.
That last song even snagged an Oscar nomination. Pixar knew the movie needed a soulful heart, and the music gave it exactly that. To this day, fans can't hear Life is a Highway without picturing Lightning McQueen speeding through the desert. It's proof of how perfectly music and animation can blend to create nostalgia that sticks. Number 4. Lightning McQueen was almost different. Before he became the cocky but lovable red race car we know, Lightning McQueen went through a ton of redesigns. Early versions looked more like a Mustang and even had blue paint. Pixar obsessed over his face, making sure the windshield eyes felt relatable instead of creepy.
It's 3 syllables, not 10.
What? He's nice to look at, you know, open-wheeled and all.
What's wrong with
That attention to detail is why Lightning doesn't just feel like a car, he feels like a real character. Number 5. Pixar's most profitable franchise. Here's something that might shock you. Cars is Pixar's most profitable franchise ever.
Look, the show must go on.
I can't believe this is really happening.
Even more than Toy Story. Why? Merchandise.
Original Casper the Friendly Ghost doll.
Kids went absolutely crazy for the toys. Between die-cast cars, play sets, and clothing, the Cars brand made over $10 billion in merchandise sales. That's not just success, that's cultural domination. Number 6. The critics versus audience divide. Unlike many Pixar films, Cars didn't score through the roof with critics. Some thought it was too slow or too kid-focused, but audiences, they loved it, especially kids. This divide is fascinating because it shows how Cars was never really about critical acclaim. It was about speaking directly to a younger generation. And guess what?
I'm looking for a really small one, smaller than Daddy.
That generation grew up, and now they're the ones rewatching it nostalgically. Number 7. Route 66 came back to life. Remember how we said the movie was inspired by Route 66? After Cars came out, small towns along the famous highway saw a surge in tourism. Fans wanted to experience the real Radiator Springs.
This restaurant stayed open and became one of the last sparks keeping Route 66 alive.
Diners and motels even repainted themselves to look like the ones from the movie. Pixar didn't just make a film, they revived an American road trip tradition. Number 8. Mater, the surprise star. Tow Mater wasn't supposed to become the breakout star.
Shoot, I'll do it, Sheriff! All rise, the Honorable...
But Larry the Cable Guy's goofy voice and heartfelt delivery stole the show. Suddenly, Mater wasn't just comic relief. He became the soul of the franchise. He got his own shorts, theme park rides, and became Lightning's best buddy.
You ready to have some serious fun?
Well, actually, I've got something to show you first.
Mater is proof that sometimes the unexpected character drives the entire franchise. Number 9, Cars Land at Disneyland. Speaking of theme parks, Cars inspired one of Disney's most successful theme park expansions ever, Cars Land at Disney California Adventure. Opened in 2012, it cost nearly $1 billion to build and instantly transformed the park into a must-visit destination. The highlight? Radiator Springs Racers, a ride so detailed it feels like stepping straight into the movie. This expansion cemented Cars as more than a film. It became an experience. Number 10, Pixar's animation breakthrough. At the time, animating reflective surfaces like shiny car hoods was a nightmare for CGI. Cars pushed Pixar's tech to the next level.
Forecast? I'll give you the forecast. 100% chance of thunder, gazooga.
They developed new rendering systems just to make the cars look realistic under sunlight.
Brave really raises the bar for animation in so many ways.
It wasn't just groundbreaking, it paved the way for the stunning visuals we see in later Pixar films. Number 11, celebrity racing cameos. Pixar packed the film with celebrity cameos. From race legends like Richard Petty to
I'm Richard Petty, and I'm here in Washington to help SEMA.
Car enthusiast Jay Leno as Jay Limo, the movie blurred the line between fiction and real car culture. These nods gave Cars credibility with older fans while still delighting kids. Number 12, Cars 2, the risky sequel. While Cars 2 gets a lot of heat for being Pixar's weakest movie,
Right, your usual.
it took risks no one expected. Instead of repeating the same story, Pixar turned it into a globe-trotting spy adventure. Sure, it wasn't everyone's favorite.
Listen, this isn't Radiator Springs.
You're just realizing that? Oh, that jet lag really.
But it showed that Pixar wasn't afraid to experiment with their safe franchise. And love it or hate it, Cars 2 kept the brand alive and paved the way for the heartfelt Cars 3. Number 13, Cars 3 and Redemption. When Cars 3 came out in 2017, Pixar aimed to redeem the series with a more emotional story.
You're most avid. I think of this as your legacy.
It sounds like
Lightning McQueen facing the reality of aging and passing the torch to Cruz Ramirez,
you're gonna take off slow to let your tires grab.
Yes.
And pick a straight line on hard sand so you don't spin out.
struck a chord with older fans. It wasn't just about racing anymore. It was about legacy, mentorship, and finding new purpose. This is why so many fans consider Cars 3 the true emotional payoff of the series. Number 14, the Pixar formula debate. Some critics argue that Cars showed the first signs of Pixar leaning into a formula. But here's the twist. That formula works. The underdog hero, the quirky sidekick, the heartfelt lesson, it's timeless. And for kids who grew up in the mid-2000s, Cars was their first experience with that magic formula. For them,
She's a huge fan. She goes on and on about your open wheel.
it's not just a movie, it's childhood in high definition. Number 15, a legacy that still drives today. Nearly 20 years later, the Cars brand is still alive through Disney Plus shorts, spin-offs like Planes, Endless Toys, and the ever-popular Cars Land.
Happy Halloween! Yeah, happy Halloween!
But the real legacy? It taught Pixar that sometimes success isn't about impressing critics. It's about creating characters and worlds kids can connect with for a lifetime. So, why does Cars still rule after almost 20 years? Because it's more than a movie about racing. It's about slowing down, finding purpose, and discovering friends in unexpected places.
And life in the fast lane.
Oh, you were you? Were you rich?
What?
It captured a piece of Americana, wrapped it in Pixar magic, and left us with characters that still feel alive today. Here at Rewatch Club, we love celebrating the classics that shaped our childhoods, and Cars is proof that even the unlikeliest Pixar film can leave one of the biggest legacies. If you enjoyed this ride, make sure to hit like, smash that subscribe, and share your favorite Cars memory down in the comments. And tell us, what movie or show should we cover next on Rewatch Club? We're reading them all, and your idea might fuel our next deep dive.